And a glimpse of the team as they arrive. A well-dressed and well-groomed group. The Houston Rockets making their way off the bus in anticipation of tonight's game. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defense.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House, and at the 3, the small forward. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine. And it's Aminu in at the small forward. Now, here's Westbrook. On the wing, Harden launches it, drills the three-pointer. Harden's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Rockets.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Here is Augustine. Pass to Ross. Just 5 to shoot. He can't get that one to fall. And the Rockets take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking to take control of this one early. And when you have more talent, you want to keep the other guys from gaining any confidence.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. 6-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Well, Greg, I thought the striking thing was how little offense they generated. It doesn't matter how stout your defense is when you play that poorly on the offensive end.
And Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
Here's Westbrook. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
And the shot is good.
Nikola Vucevic skilled at rolling hard to the rim after setting the screen. That is a smart play.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Back to Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Vucevic.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, guys, you think about the turnaround in Orlando last season. One of the big parts of that turnaround, obviously, was the great production they got out of the center position.
Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Doors for the Magic last year. Vucevic putting up career numbers.
Boy, Kev, he was dynamite. Averaged over 20 points a game for the first time in his career, and he combined that with 12 rebounds. Consider that came after this organization drafted a center in the lottery, Mo Bamba. So what's the future for those two?
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Gordon against Westbrook. Ross with the steal. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
To me, when he's at his best, DJ Augustine is the aggressor. Really good job dictating the contact there.
Looking at the schedule, Doris, about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
The first free throw is good.
And quietly, DJ Augustine has become one of the game's better three-point shooters. This is an established player who finds ways to continue to be productive, guys.
Both free throws good from Augustine.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
Here's good.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now here's Ross. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Rockets leading by 5. Here's Harden, and jammed down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here are the Magic now. Here's Augustine. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
Now here's Westbrook. A 14-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Harden against Ross. Capella, high post. Here's Westbrook, and he converts the layup. Westbrook's got 8 points.
this is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. They trail by 7. Poked loose, and there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Augustine. Inside. Here's Bamba. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
We are talking about a physical, multi-skilled big in Mo Bamba, and he does a nice job drawing that contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. And the free throw, no good.
Well, Mo Bamba is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? The size combined with the shooting ability.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
The Magic trail by 6. Here's Aminu. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Rockets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Westbrook scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Gordon. Jacks up a 3. Orlando grabs the miss. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Now Westbrook after Eric Gordon's three-pointer that didn't go. Tucker can't get it to go.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Aminu with the bucket.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Westbrook with it. 10 points for him. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 4. Augustine passes to Gordon. And Eric Gordon pulls it down.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And it's Orlando's ball. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. You hear these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the helper. Help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case. But it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
Here's Rivers following the bucket by Orlando. Count that one.
There is a determination that Austin Rivers brings on dribble drives. He will not fear contact. Believe that.
The Magic trail by 6. Fultz the pass to Fournier. The pass to Isaac. Passes it to Fultz. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Isaac. Over Green. Isaac misses. Rockets leading by 6. Down low. Isaac with the steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place.
And you know, Houston, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Capella with the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Stolen by Rivers. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Rivers has got the ball. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Bamba, and Capella sends it back, and he's able to get it back. And they get it back. Here's Rivers. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. To the middle. Cephalosha's shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 10.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Pass to Fournier. Back to Fultz. 4 on the shot clock. Tries a 3. That shot no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Here's Fultz after Clint Capella's bucket. Outside Fournier. Magic moving the ball around. Lets it go from deep. The Magic getting another chance here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Capella. 1st in rebounding, 5th in field goal percentage, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And there's a minute 45 left in the first. Rivers surveying the D. Kicks to Gordon. On the wing, Cephalosha. Here's Rivers. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 8.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Here's Fultz. Here's Bamba. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, obviously, this is where Mo Bamba is so dangerous. You make a mistake on the defensive end, he's going to take free throws.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. And that one falls for Bamba.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9½", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
And the Rockets making a change here. McLemore's checked in, so he gets them both. Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground, and he gets off the ground pretty well too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game, but he has something you just can't teach.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Fournier finds Bamba. Back to Fournier. It's stolen by Capella. Now here's McLemore outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now Fultz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Rockets leading by 12. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Capella. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes the first but misses the second. Now here's Isaac.
This guy has great agility at his position. Jonathan Isaac's so fluid when he's driving to the cup.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Cephalosha, Rivers out there with Harden. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Fournier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
No good on the second free throw.
I think what we're seeing from Evan Fournier is this guy is a terrific young player who's willing to do a little bit of everything.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And the first one at the line is good. Cephalosha hits both of them. And here's Fultz. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Stolen by Rivers. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. The finish, and Harden with the stuff.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded by Rivers. Fultz with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. McLemore inside the line. Rebound by the Magic. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Fultz. They shoot again. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Vucevic.
How about those instincts from the 7-footer? Vucevic uses that size to snag offensive rebounds.
Now here's Harden. He picked up 36 points in their last one against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. He caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let up in him all night.
Now here's Fournier following the miss by Austin Rivers. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Isaac with the ball. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here is Harden. He has 7. And the pass to Cephalosha. Now, here's McLemore. Defense right on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And, Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He throw good, James Harden.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Gordon's checked in for Kem Birch. Aminu comes in for Isaac. Terrence Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. And both free throws good for James Harden. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Now here is Augustine. For 3, Ross, and Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up a foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Orlando. Rockets leading by 11. To the inside. From down low. That one misses. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. Again, the Magic score.
Shooting off the dribble is such an important skill. DJ Augustine gets to the pull-up game. Nicely done.
Harden against Ross. Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here are the Magic now, following the score by Houston. Here's Augustine. Passes it to Aminu. Over Westbrook. James Harden with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
The dish to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. There's the lob to Harden. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the jam by Ross.
We call that making it quick work, Kevin. A chance to start the break, and they take it. Ross is hard to slow down.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. A shot by Harden, wide open. It's good from long range. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And here's Augustine. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Harden against Augustine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, easy call.
The Magic have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. The free throw drops for Augustine. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Now Aminu, after Westbrook's missed three. Now Augustine, great D that time from Green. Westbrook with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. And it's Gordon missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic trail by 10. Now here is Augustine.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
Comes up empty down low. Gordon with no one around. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
You know, that an area where Tucker continues to improve, making the extra pass.
Pass to Ross. Inside, Bamba lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Bamba's got 6 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Green. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Gordon kicks to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Rockets have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Free throw drops for House.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
For Orlando, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. The free throw drops for Augustine. He's off on the second. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
And it's Westbrook missing.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Houston with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Westbrook. 6 points for Eric Gordon.
Well, the aggressiveness of Russell Westbrook setting up that bucket right there. This guy knows how to find the best shot possible.
And here's Augustine. He has 7. Aminu with it. Pass to Ross. With the floater. It's rebounded by Houston. Gordon, the pass to Green. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. TJ Augustine picks one up.
And thinking back to when Gerald Green first came into the league, oozing with athleticism, but really not much else. Now he's a completely different and better player than when he first arrived.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And as amazing as Green was in his dunking as a younger player, he needed to grow as a player.
And the time he spent overseas, I think, really helped with his development and confidence. Came back to the NBA, and really since his return has been a great weapon off the bench for whichever team he's suited up for.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's Augustine. And there's the pass to Ross. Trying to find Augustine. Gets it to him. Westbrook with the block.
Oh, my goodness. Russell Westbrook twice on the pipe sends that shot back. My goodness.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Ross kicks to Aminu. The Magic again can't hit. Rockets leading by 11. Here's Gordon, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Here's the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Augustine's got 7 points for the quarter.
What a finish from DJ Augustine. At 6 feet or less, you've got to have that floater game in your bag of tricks.
Westbrook dishes to Green. Gordon, the pass to Tucker. Outside, Green. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Magic trail by 11. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. 1:07 left in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Burch is checked in for Gordon. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Evan Fournier is checked in for Ross. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Cephalosha comes in for Danuel House. And it's Rivers in for Green. 51 seconds left in the first half of the game. Capella trying to free himself up. One-on-one fast break. That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Fournier.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Outside Westbrook. Passes to Rivers. And stolen by Fournier. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Now here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. He kicks it to Gordon. Pass to Rivers. Here's Capella. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cephalosha. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Houston on top, up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
So Westbrook, talk about a guy who does everything for his team. He's the catalyst on offense, a ferocious finisher. Then defensively, he has all the tools to disrupt anything you do on the offensive end.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu, and there's Gordon, and it's Birch in at center. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Out to the right wing. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Ross for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. House has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That's tipped.
Boy, his vertical makes Terrence Ross an A+ shot blocker for his size. This guy, his main duty's on the perimeter, but he'll get his share of blocks.
Now, here's Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fades. Misses off the right iron. The Magic trail by 5. Stolen. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And Capella the bucket on the assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Augustine. He gets that one. Augustine's got 11.
That ability to change direction, switch gears, stay in control. DJ Augustine doing it all on that dribble drive.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look. at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Augustine following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Birch the pass to Aminu. And he overshot that one, missing. Houston leading by 7. Here's Westbrook, and the layup's good off the glass. Westbrook's got 21.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Now Augustine, 11 points in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. It's stolen by Aminu. Pass to Ross. Launches the 3. The Magic again can't hit.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Count the basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Magic trail by 11. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Augustine's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, DJ Augustine's starting to percolate a little bit. What a big bonus scoring-wise.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, and another 3 for Houston.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
And you look at Augustine. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Vucevic, he's checked in for Kem Birch, and then for Houston. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Daniel House. And James Harden has subbed in for Rivers. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Ross finds Vucevic. Augustine against Westbrook. Augustine passes to Gordon. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And Capella sends it back. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. The feed now to Capella. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Double team on Westbrook. Ross with the steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Ross leading the charge. Augustine passes to Vucevic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
You've got to be careful how you guard Nikola Vucevic. This guy is so good at forcing the defense to hit him on the way to the cup.
7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now. Make no mistake.
No good on that one.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And he sinks the second. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros, a response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
McLemore, no good on that one. So Orlando will take it the other way. Ross in the corner. The pass to Vucevic. Over McLemore. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Let's remember, we're talking about a fundamentally sound player. Nikola Vucevic gifted at fooling defenders with that pump fake.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
And the Magic making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And he can't hit the second. Houston leading by 10. Now here's McLemore. Back to Harden. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Fournier for 3, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, you love the leap that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy a very dangerous shooter.
Harden outside. And here's McLemore. Outside Westbrook. Pass to McLemore. Clock at 4. No good from 11 feet.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
Now here's Westbrook. Aminu missing his last shot. That's good from McLemore on the assist by Harden. And the Rockets lead by 12. Here is Augustine. 13 points in the game. Pass to Gordon. To the left wing. It's stolen by McLemore. Moving it up. And the jam by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. Pass to Gordon. Aminu with it. He's got 5. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Lobbed up there for Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
How about the high-flying antics of Russell Westbrook, the alley-oop? My goodness, that's pretty.
And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 16-point game. Here's Fournier, and good that time. Fournier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, everyone's seeking those high-percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
So for the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Houston also making some changes. Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for McLemore. Now, here is Harden. 16 points for him. From the left block. And it's sent back by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
The Magic trail by 14. Here's Fultz. The pass to Vucevic. Rebounded by Capella. Houston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Kept alive Orlando. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Well, excellent pursuit of the basketball by Mo Bamba. Love his effort there.
Rockets leading by 12. Now Westbrook. 28 points for him. Here's Isaac. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Fournier against Harden. And here's Gordon from outside. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Great communication on the alley-oop. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Now here's Westbrook, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. And stolen by Fournier. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Passes it to Bamba. Back to Ross. It's Fournier on the wing. Over Harden. Bamba kicks to Vucevic. Tries again. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Isaac passes to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. Outside Fournier. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Pass to Gordon. Shoots over Fournier. Another miss by Houston. The Magic trail by 10. To the wing right side. Isaac. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. To stop the drought, it's laid in by Harden. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic. Kicks it to Ross. From deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 16th rebound on the night. Harden against Fournier. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Harden. Chalk up 2 there. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. They trail by 14. Now the pass to Bamba. And here's Vucevic. And Capella sends it back. And he recovers it. And he gets it back. Basket good. That's 12 points for Vucevic.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Rockets leading by 12. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Gordon inside. He's covered by Isaac. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Cephalosha. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Daniel House has checked in for Houston. Gerald Green comes in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Isaac, guarded by Green. Now here's Ross. He has 7. Feeds it to Vucevic. Shoots over Capella. And it's Vucevic missing. And so it's Houston up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Harden. He's out there with Austin Rivers. Clint Capella is out there with Green. And it's House in at the power forward position. Pass to Green. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Fournier passes to Isaac. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. They kick it out to Green. There's the 3. The Rockets with another miss.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Houston leading by 8. Here's Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Ross against Rivers. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now here's Rivers. Outside, Green. Off target from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Ken Burge has checked in for the Magic. Rivers against Ross. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Harden the pass to Capella. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Vucevic. First free throw is good. For the Magic, Aaron Gordon comes in for Isaac, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Fournier. And a change for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Gerald Green. All free throws good from Capella. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Augustine against Rivers. And here's Augustine. Back to Birch. 6 to shoot. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 5 assists in the game. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Right wing. Here's House. Here's Rivers. Can't hit from in close. The Magic trail by 8. Pulls up.
Come on.
And another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's forcing the action now. Finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
The first one falls. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Orlando. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Rockets leading by 6. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Capella with it to the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Aminu. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
That free throw good from Aminu. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Augustine against Rivers. Pass to Tucker. Harden outside. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10. Double-digit perfection.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. There's the pass to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end his cold spell. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Houston leading by 5. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Knocked loose. Aminu, the pass to Augustine. Back to Aminu. Passes it to Vucevic. To the inside. A second chance effort. No good from Ross.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Here's House. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
And again with the rebound.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. Now, here's Aminu after Clint Capella's miss. Over to the wing. Augustine against Rivers. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets leading by 7. Here's Tucker. On the wing, Harden. Got a hand on it. Well, Orlando shooting around 41% on the night. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
Now here's Rivers. Here is House. Pass to Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And he makes the first. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
You know, he didn't get them all, but they'll be able to breathe just a bit easier with the 2-possession lead. Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Houston. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Harden against Ross. Capella, the pass to Westbrook. Goes back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The first free throw is good.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be. That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
And it's put back up and in by Capella.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
This guy is an incredible dunker in space. The defense just says, let me step back here, Kevin.
The Magic trail by 5. And it's Aminu in the corner. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Houston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Pass to Capella. Back to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. They get the rebound. Count it. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Oh, if you don't put a body on Tucker, he will find a way to burn you on the offensive glass.
Westbrook against Augustine. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside Westbrook. Capella. And Bamba pulls it down. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. It's a 3-point game. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Outside Gordon. The pass to Ross. Now here's Gordon, guarded by Harden. And the basket by Gordon.
Aaron Gordon wanting the ball with the game in the balance in crucial moments. How big time is he?
Here's Westbrook, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And just not nearly as effective at drawing fouls on the defense as he was in that first half.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
So, Kevin, Russell Westbrook wins the 2017 MVP award. Does he relax and rest on his laurels? Heck no. This guy is just striving for greatness. I love it.
And so Westbrook makes them both. The Magic trail by 3. Now Augustine. Aminu, the pass to Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Westbrook finds Capella. It's House outside, drops in the tray. And the Rockets lead by 6.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Orlando's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Augustine against Westbrook. Pass to Gordon. Rockets with the rebound. Outside Westbrook. He feeds it to Tucker. Over Gordon. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Tucker can't get it to go.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Pass to Aminu. The 3. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now here's Westbrook. Harden outside. Back to Westbrook. The 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Westbrook's got 18 points just in the second half.
This guy is clutch. He's money. The game's in the balance. Russell Westbrook says it's my turn.
The Magic trail by 6. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. Back to Augustine. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Westbrook dishes to House. Back to Westbrook. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. The feed to Capella. It's stolen by Aminu.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Boy, you talked about killer instinct from Terrence Ross. What a huge bucket.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
And Tucker kicks to House. He dishes it to Westbrook. Bamba with the block. But they'll get another chance. Harden. It's hauled in by Gordon. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
No time to waste. They need a score.
Kevin, they should take the first good look they get.
Augustine from outside. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Westbrook. And so they foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
No, make no mistake, guys. One of the more effective second-round picks we have in the NBA. Tucker provides a steady diet of production.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Look, tough proposition here. They've got to knock down a 3, foul, hope for some misses, then make another 3. I would not hold out much hope.
Five seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
So Houston wins it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Congrats, James, on the win. This is a very tough team. What does it mean to beat them?
It meant a lot. We wanted to come out here and play with some energy. Guys made shots defensively. It was a gutsy win for us.
I'm sure you'll see these guys again. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.